with a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm lit it. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Made it, kill it, and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down when the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top when the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throwed and blinded my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mid dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up.
I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm lit it. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Made it, kill it, and did it again.
All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cleveland Browns and the Brooklyn Bulls. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And all the way in, touchdown, Cleveland. He returns the kickoff an even 90 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And that right there is how you silence the home crowd.
All week long in preparation, visiting teams talk about it. Okay, we've got to start fast. We've got to take the crowd out of it, as you just talked about there. We've got to control the ball early. And in this case, forget fast start. This is a blazing start. What they've talked about all week is their offensive unit doing that. Not necessarily the guys returning the opening kickoff, but believe me, they'll take this.
Set 90 Wolf.
Come on, boy. Come on, boy. You better be ready.
They'll run on first down. It's Flynn. This will go for 5 up to the 33. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here we go, D. All day. Hey, high 7, hit it.
Looking to throw on second down. Welsh. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Yeah, good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. From the gun on third down, Welch. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And the return across midfield into the 46-yard line. He's going through a rough patch throwing the football. 4 interceptions in that loss last week. Opening drive. Starts the game with a pick here.
But we did spend time with the head coach and the offensive coordinator and asked them, what did you see on tape? What did you see on film? And they talked about mechanics, making sure that he gets his feet underneath him, doesn't overstride, does a better job taking care of the football. And I think they're as shocked as anyone to see the first one of the game here in this one.
Yeah, he needs to start heeding their advice. Throwing on first down. Long. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sacked by Yannick Ngakoue, the former Maryland Terp.
It may be cliche, but it is something that holds up over time, doesn't it? If you're the visitors, you don't want to let the crowd in the game early.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did there. But you said also this defense, they're going to give them a lot of looks like we just saw there, aren't they?
They certainly are. They're a proud unit, and they're going to ride the momentum of this crowd with them, and that's why they got after them early.
And now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first.
Pilot, 64, weak. Hey, wahoo!
Operating from the gun. Long. He finds Beckham complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got us a turnover? We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And it's now 14-0. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Watch the twist, watch the twist. Catch it, go.
2nd and 1. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Hey, lock it.
On first down, Flynn. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Don't get nervous.
Here's 2nd and 8. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle.
Hey, Echo!
To throw on third down. Welsh, flush to his right. Going for the right side here, complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 23.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
They'll run on first down. It's Flynn. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 20-yard line.
Ready up.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14, Bulls nothing.
Ready. Hard. 50, plant. Slam.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on third down.
Hey, zoom.
Off the play fake. Welch. That is caught inside the 5. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
How about this Browns defense they've held so far? This is now 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season as they are now on the board here in the first half. The point after is good, and that'll make our score 14-7.
14, Bulls 7.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out.
There he goes left side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Browns are able to strike quickly for 6. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And it's now 21-7. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
A run there on first down gets 3 up to the 28. A gain of 3, second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now a give right side. Flynn, and forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. The offense on 3rd down, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Off play action. Welsh escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. This is caught at the 20. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Oh, they hate that. Wipes out the big play.
And I know this is the NFL, so they would probably fine you for this type of a penalty. But when I was in college, you used to have to do up-downs for the number of yards that you cost a team in a big play.
Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. Now the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10.
Come on, set. 10 logo.
You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing.
Long now. Off play action. He's got his man on the comebacker. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards 2:22 on the clock.
X3. 218. Chop. Ready.
Here's Long on 1st and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
A loss of 7 yards. It's 2nd down.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
18 Gator.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Now.
To throw is Long. Off the play fake. Steps away. Over the middle, complete. That's Hayes. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
And that's now the second time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively, and you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, and the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Well, that didn't take long. The turnover instantly almost turning into points.
And when that happens, a lot of teams have the mentality of let's strike right now. You've got them off balance after the turnover or the takeaway. Let's go get it, and that's exactly what they did.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's second down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. Second and 6. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Looking to throw. Long. He's going to fire one deep. Middle of... Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Long. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Let them know. Check. Fair. Shit. Check 52. Quick the edge. Go.
Long to throw again. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by DJ Reed. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
His guys take over 1st and 10. at their own 20-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Looking to throw. Welch. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Blue draw Corkers.
Switch.
Get it.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
Set, ready? 61, matchbox, lights.
Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want it.
Look, squeeze. Sit up. Secret.
Back to throw. Welsh. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Sione Taki. He's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now as he's on here to punt it away. He'll field this at the 5. Might have needed just one more block as it stands. 37-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Browns drive about to get started. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
Let's get
Got it.
58's the money.
Greystone, travel.
The money.
Go.
Bring it.
5.
Now Long to throw on 3rd down. He's going to fire one deep up, and this is caught at the 20. That goes as a gain of 36 on 3rd down.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
On the ready.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
10-2 stop.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up
Chopper.
2nd and 3.
Ready.
Long now. Looking to throw on 2nd down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Looking to throw. Long. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Vernon Hargraves with a pick. And now look at him go. The 30. 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. From Soldier Field, meanwhile, in Chicago, a third-quarter score. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. On 1st down, Vincent, and some space here. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Back to throw. Long. He'll buy some time right. He's going to take off with it. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at one 48-yard line and ended at the other.
Down. 94.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
Looking to throw. Long. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
70, Indy.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We take a win.
44 is the mic. 44 is the mic.
We own it.
Leo.
Slam.
SOS. Hey, Foxtrot. Get it.
Here's Long, throwing on 3rd and long. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And this has not been their best half so far. They're down double digits already and now forced to operate from inside their own 5.
And what they have to do now is not curse their fate as much as focus on the task at hand. Inside their own 5-yard line, they've got to be careful of taking care of the football and not turning it over for the defense to score additional points.
Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. They run the counter. It's Flynn. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now just east of Manhattan in Brooklyn. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll keep it on the ground. Flynn. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
You gonna see me in your nightmare.
Joker.
5.
2nd and 4. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
This quarterback now 9 of 17 through the air. Back to throw. Welch. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice gain.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
25 yards that time.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Check. Check hot route. Hot. Hey, high 7. Yo, jackrabbit, come up now.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That is caught inside the 5. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Ready up.
6. Mike, 56, right
Hey,
there.
lock it.
56. Check pass. Check pass. Peek it.
Roll out.
Alert flare. Alert flare. Flare.
2.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And his guys are able to close that gap just a bit. Now the offense will stay out there. They're going to line up and try for 2.
You draw quarter.
Check. Watch twins. Check 15.
Hey, orbit. Cut out.
From the gun, Welsh. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
The Browns drive about to get started. Now all of a sudden we've got an interesting game here. You just saw them go down and score a touchdown. And what was a comfortable lead at halftime, it's down to a 2-score game.
And so the obvious thought is they've got to ramp things back up again. Got to get the offense into high gear. But we've seen this before. When you've kind of been in shutdown mode for a while thinking that you're okay, it's hard to mash the gas again and have everything work perfectly. They've got to fashion together a good drive right here and now.
Because defensively, got to be feeling confident. They haven't allowed a point this half. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there. Second down. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Yannick Ngakoue able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his third sack of the afternoon. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Yannick Ngakoue. Who else? He's in there for his fourth sack of the afternoon. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Seven's a Mike. Mike 7. I got you. I got you.
To throw on 2nd down. Welch. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Check. Seven's a Mike.
Ready?
Operating from the gun, Welsh. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
And I think we'll probably see him go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Bravo.
Mike 7. I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you. 7's a Mike. Hey, me and you all day.
On 4th down, Welch. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position.
58, boy, 58, Mike.
They'll run on 1st down. Vincent. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves, you're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about running them into submission, wasn't he?
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great effort there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already.
Hey, Stu. Get it.
From the gun, Welsh. This one complete to Scott Miller. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
If he's their best threat on offense, use your #1 cover guy on defense. It doesn't matter about size.
They have had him locked up. That just his first catch of the game. Big reason why they're down.
Mike 7. Get your swarm on.
On first down, Welch got his man complete over the middle. That's Flynn. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
It's a good gain of 11. Sets them up first and goal.
Hey, exit.
Watch tight. Tight end's right. Hey. 4 down.
Mike 7.
Operating from the gun, Welsh. And a short return to the 6-yard line. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.